Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mel Debenham, and this is my regular feature, which is Get Hired. So it's a place to come and listen to some of the new Salesforce jobs that we've taken during this week, and also hopefully to listen to some handy hints and tips that might help you succeed in getting your next opportunity. So what jobs did we take this week? So the first job is a bit different. It's business development. So this is a really perfect role for someone that's already experienced in business development, perhaps an account executive. I am working with a fantastic platinum partner, Salesforce consultancy. They are currently operating across Asia and the UK, but their offices are currently overseas. Before the pandemic, they'd made a plan that they wanted to move into the UK and build a team that's actually physically in the UK. The pandemic stopped that. So pandemic over, they're now ready to go. So really, what are they looking for? They are looking for somebody that either works in the Salesforce space or the SaaS space. Ultimately, somebody that is very used to selling computer software. Ideally, you will have sold that across the UK and EMEA region. Ideally, you will be completely used to working to targets, to taking a relationship with a client all the way through from lead, right the way through to win. The role will be part of their corporate sales team. So there will be support, but actually what they want from this role is they want somebody that's confident and capable of almost being the face of their business within the UK. And for me, what that means is that there's plenty of opportunity for progression as they move that team forwards. In terms of salary, at the moment, they're looking at all levels of people. So whether you're on 60 or 70k plus package at the moment, if you're on a little bit more, or actually if you're on sort of 30 to 50, but you've got the relevant skills, they'd be interested to talk to you. So yeah, please look at our website. The vacancy should be on there by the end of the day. So do please apply. The next role is a Salesforce admin. So this is a full-time role. It's on site. It's working in the Gloucestershire area. So this role is good for anyone that would be prepared to travel from Stroud, from Bristol, from Gloucester. Nice small non-profit. It's kind of a sole admin role. It would be good for entry level. Salary wise, they're paying 25 to 30. They will consider some hybrid. So they will say, yeah, to people that want to work from home a couple of days a week, looking ideally for somebody that's certified and I guess that's got all of the key Salesforce admin role experience. So setting up users, setting up permissions, creating objects, creating dashboards and reports. Somebody that's quite confident, good communication skills would be great. That's available now. We're sending CVs and they are looking to move to interview fairly quickly next week. Third role is a Salesforce business analyst. So I did talk about a business analyst role last week, which was part-time. This is working for the same company, but this is a full-time role, working in a different department. So again, everything that you would expect in terms of skills that a BA would have. So ability to take part in discovery sessions, ability to work with internal customers. So this is working with an end user. They are global. They've got, I guess, 40 sites across the UK. This role is going to be based in London. It's hybrid, so you can work from home a couple of days a week. Biggest things for them when we asked them what their must-haves were is good communication skills and the ability to communicate up to C-suite level. So it's internal in that your customer would be internal. They will want someone that's capable and flexible enough to deal with first line tickets, to resolve problems, provide solutions, but then anything else, you need to be able to communicate with developers, data analysts, and so on. So communication skills are key. Really nice role, paying up to about 65k. It's Paula that's working that role, so do get in touch. We'd love to find out a little bit more about you and your background. So there are other jobs around. If you go to our website, most of them should be posted on that website for you to apply to by the end of the day. it's picking up. What I would say. I would say that Easter tends to be a little bit quiet because of the holidays, but actually things are starting to pick up. And we've had a great week this week, talking to probably 6 or 7 new potential new customers about what's going on in their Salesforce departments. So that was great news for us this week. Okay, so hints and tips. I have spoken to you over the past few weeks about various different ways to help you get that Salesforce job, whether that be looking at your LinkedIn profile, whether it be looking at your CV, when you get to interview, giving you some general hints and tips. And I probably really just today want to cover a little bit of old ground on that, to be honest with you, just with, maybe 4 key tips on landing that Salesforce job. I think, there's a little bit of uncertainty in the marketplace in general at the moment. So not Salesforce, but in general. But I think if I were to say to you that, in the last financial period for Salesforce, they increased their business by 14%. Might not have been the same as what they'd done in previous years, or certainly the pandemic years, but actually, they're still busy. It's still a great ecosystem, probably one of the best sectors to work in. So there are still plenty of job roles around. So if you are thinking of moving into the ecosystem and pivoting your career, just do it. There are loads and loads of job roles. So I want to give you some tips. So first and foremost, what I would say is, in order to get that job, you're going to need to send your resume. Yeah. So dust off your resume, take a look at it, make sure it's got what you need. If you are already in a Salesforce job and you're looking for that next Salesforce job, don't just add your new job or your most recent job into your CV. Take a good look at it. And remember what I always say is, if you are applying for a job, try and tailor your CV to that particular role. Make sure you're attending network events. Yeah, the process of changing job roles can be quite overwhelming, but it's really great. It's a great growth opportunity for you personally and professionally to put yourself out there and be at those user group meetings or whatever it may be. As I just said, it can be really overwhelming to explore new job descriptions, particularly if you're just entering into the ecosystem. But if you're moving from one role to the next role, it can still be really overwhelming. But the more that you build on your skill set, the more confidence that you will have in yourself. So, you do need to ditch the imposter syndrome, skill up. If you are taking that jump into the ecosystem, clearly your skilling up is straightforward. You're looking at taking, ideally the associate cert, or you're looking at taking the admin cert. If you're looking at moving on to consultancy or BA or whatever it might be, look at the relevant skills that you're going to need for that. Have a look at the certs, have a look at how you can skill up. Yeah. Even without taking your certification, can you sit on Trailhead? Can you get a load more badges? Can you get a load more Trailhead points? The more you educate yourself and the more that you gain the skills that you need for your next role, the stronger and the more competitive your CV will be when it lands on that hiring manager's desk. And I think what I would say in terms of talking to clients all the time is that employers don't actually expect you to have all of the skill sets that they're looking for. What they're looking for when they're looking at a CV is somebody on the right path. Yeah, is somebody looking like they're keen to move into this role. What they're looking for, particularly in the ecosystem, is they're looking for people that can clearly demonstrate a passion for the role that they want, and that they can definitely see that people are pushing forwards towards getting that role. You're going to come up against some hurdles. Don't let those hurdles stop you. Yeah. Changing jobs can be difficult, particularly if you're pivoting your career into the ecosystem. Yeah, but it can still be difficult if you're working for a non-profit at the moment, but you want to move to a different kind of end user. If you want to work in a consultancy, it can be really, really difficult to actually sort of think, how do I do this? Yeah. So changing jobs is not for the faint of heart. It will be worth it. Keep on course. Make sure that you've got a goal in mind. Know what that end goal is. Take a step back and start and look at where are you now? Where do you want to be? And actually, how do you bridge that gap to get to where you need to be a little bit quicker or a little bit easier? You will hit some roadblocks, but just keep pushing on. I think the other thing that I would say is one of the greatest things about Salesforce as a complete ecosystem is the fact that it's got a community. If you are part of the Supermums community, it surprises me every day that our community is probably reaching now almost 60,000 people. And that's made up from people that follow us, from our alumni groups, from our current trainees, from our database of candidates within the recruitment team. If you are looking for that next job, lean on that community. I have access certainly to the Supermums alumni WhatsApp group, and the amount of effort and the amount of work that those guys put in on that group to support each other and to help each other is totally phenomenal. So one of the greatest things about the Salesforce community is the fact that there's this great desire for people to join the ecosystem, and people will help you. So I guess what I would say is surround yourself with people that have got the skills and the talent that you need for that next job so that they can help you progress. I talk about this all the time, and that is use the past experience that you've got to help you get that next job. Yeah, it's all well and good. In order to be able to use the Salesforce platform, you probably need to go out and get your certification, or you actually need to be using that and have used it on a day-to-day basis to understand it and know how it works. Your certification will underpin the fact that you have a certain level of skill or talent utilizing the platform. But as I said earlier, you don't have to have everything when you're applying for a job role. So what I mean by leverage on your past experience is, if you've worked in a different environment, but actually you have got great communication skills, you can demonstrate those communication skills. You've worked with clients, so you can demonstrate your account management capabilities. You've got great planning and organization, and you can demonstrate that great planning and organization. Really pull on those key skills. So I've said this before, with your CV, pull out not only your technical skills, but your softer skills, and really try and demonstrate how they can support you and your current experience in terms of getting that job. So I think in terms of just summing up there, it was a quick and easy hints and tips today. Is the things that I would say is, don't be nervous, try and bypass that imposter syndrome. Yeah. Develop your skills to support you landing that next job. You are going to overcome hurdles. Yeah. Remember, keep your eye on the goal and keep working towards it. Don't let the hurdles knock you back. The community. So if you are already part of the Supermums community, lean on that community. They can help you. If you're talking to our recruitment team, if you're talking to Maria or to Diane, who are our career coaches, we will all work to help you get that next step. Whether you are entry level or whether you are more experienced as a Salesforce professional, talk to us. We're happy to help. And then I guess that last one is think about your past experience. Yeah. What softer skills have you got that you can take into that next job role? Think about those and look at how you can present them. So that's my hints and tips for today. Hopefully that gives you another insight into the Salesforce market, how we work with our candidates, how we work with trainees from our training division. Our jobs are all online. You can go to our website and you can register for job alerts so that we will push those vacancies through for you when they come. You can apply for our jobs online. You can send your CV. And just to remind you that the process is send your CV via our website. That goes to a lady called Jem, who's our fantastic resourcer. Jem will look at your CVs and she will allocate your CV out to one of our great recruiters. So potentially either myself, to Paula, to Ikra, and to Shanice. You'll then get an email that will talk to you about booking your onboarding call. So you can book your onboarding call at a time of your choice straight into our calendars. We're then going to onboard you, and that is maybe 45 minutes to really find out a little bit more about you, your background, your experience, what you're looking for, the kind of role that you want, the kind of organization that you're looking for. We may not have the most suitable job for you when you on board with us, but part and parcel of what we do is we go to market. We talk to our clients about your skill set and your background. And we try and promote you as best as we can to see if we can get that next opportunity for you. I guess my promise will always be, or what I will always say to candidates is that I can't promise that I'm going to get you your next job or that the team is going to get you your next job. But actually, we really will promise to try. So tying up what I talked about last week, if you are onboarding with us and we do become your recruiter, just remember it's also your responsibility to keep in touch with us as much as it is to keep in touch with you. Messages, call us, ask us how your application's getting on. We'd always love to hear from you. If you are a client by any chance that's listening, Libby is our client services specialist. So she will talk to you about any jobs that you've got, what you're really looking for in terms of a candidate, and then she'll pass that to our recruiters to see if we can match you with the right kind of candidates. But for me, I guess that's it for today's Get Hired. It's been lovely to talk with you again. It is a bank holiday weekend, so have a fantastic time. If you are looking over the weekend and spending time looking at your job search, remember, get focused, dust off your CV, dust off your LinkedIn profile, get a plan, have a goal, and really good luck. Hopefully we can give you some more hints and tips next week. Take care for now. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.